Good morning to all of you. In this class, we have to explain about the modulation. Okay. Before going to modulation concept, first of all, we have to assume a small topic. That is, we have to throw a single paper. Because of less weight of paper, we can't throw the paper for a long distance. Okay, so because less weight of paper, we can't throw the paper for long distance. But when we are close the paper with a small stone, we can throw the paper for a long distance. So here the paper is mixed with a single stone. The paper will travel for a long distance. Okay. So the same concept will be applicable in modulation technique. Okay. So here simple paper is represented by message signal. Okay, paper is represented by the message signal. Paper plus stone is nothing but modulation. Okay, so paper is nothing but a message signal. Paper plus stone is nothing but a modulation. Okay, so here we can replace the stone with another signal. Replace the stone by the another signal because paper is message signal. Now we have to combine the message signal with some other signal. So the signal is nothing but a carrier signal. The signal is nothing but a carrier signal. Okay. So here message signal means compared with the paper. So this is the low frequency signal. Means the human speech signals are the low frequency signal. We can't transfer the low frequency signal for the long distances. Okay. So we have to combine the low frequency signal with high frequency signal. That is the carrier signal. Okay, we can combine the low frequency signal, that is message signal, with the high frequency signal, that is the carrier signal. Means by combining these two signals, we can transfer the message, that is the original information, to long distances. Okay, so here message signal plus carrier signal. Message signal plus carrier signal is nothing but a modulation. So here message signal is low frequency signal and carrier signal means high frequency signal. So low frequency signals can't travel for a long distances. But when we are combining the low frequency signal with the high frequency signal, we can transfer the message signal for a long distances. Okay. So here message signals are different types. We can assume message signal is a speech signal. So speech signal means it produced by the human beings. The frequency of the message signal from 20 Hz to 20 kHz. 20 Hz to 20 kHz means very low frequency signals. So we can't transfer this type of signals for a long distance. That's why we can combine the message signal with the carrier signal. The process is called modulation. Now the definition of modulation is nothing but a superimpose of the message signal with the carrier signal is called modulation. Okay, once again I am repeating, modulation is nothing but a superimposition of the message signal with the carrier signal. Message signal means low frequency signal, carrier signals means high frequency signal. Okay. So here, why we can't transfer the message signal, that is the low frequency signal, for a long distances. Okay. So now we can go for the reasons of transferring the message signal. Okay. So reasons of transferring the message signal, that is 4 important reasons ma. First one is height of antenna. First one is height of antenna. Okay. So and second one is poor reception. Second one is the poor reception. And third one is interference. Third one is interference. Okay. And the fourth one is effective power by antenna. Okay, effective power by antenna. So these are the 4 reasons for we can't transfer the message signal for long distances. First one is the height of antenna. The formula for height of antenna is equals to lambda by 4. Okay. So height of antenna formula is h equals to lambda by 4. So here lambda is wavelength of the signal. So wavelength of the signal, lambda equals to c by f. Okay, wavelength equals to c by f. So here c equals to velocity of the signal. Okay, and f is the frequency. So these are the reasons for message signal. So initially I told to you, message signal frequency is 20 Hz to 20 kHz. This is the speech signal frequency. So in the place of frequency, we have to use the frequency from 20 Hz to 20 kHz. And in the place of c, wavelength of velocity of the signal, that is represented by 3 into 10 power 8. Okay. So this is the number, fixed number for the velocity of the signal. Okay. So by using these two values, we can observe the height of the antenna in kilometers. Okay, we can get any value in the units of kilometers. Means we can design the height of antenna in kilometers. So we are already observed different antennas in environment. Okay, so the height of antenna is very small. Okay, very small means in only meters, but practically in kilometers. Height of antenna in kilometers is not possible. Okay, so this is the first reason. This is the first reason for transferring the information, transferring the low message signal to longer distances. Because for transferring the low message signal, low frequency signal for a long distance, we have to use the height of antenna is very high. Next, coming to poor reception. So poor reception means receiving the information. So receiving the information is nothing but represented by formula E. So E is nothing but a energy. So energy is nothing but a lambda. So lambda means wavelength. So wavelength is completely depends upon the frequency signal. Okay. So if lambda is the low value, lambda is the low value, automatically energy is also low. So when we are using the low frequency signals, automatically the energy is also decreases. Okay, so this is the second one, that is the poor reception. So receiving capability. And next, coming to interference. Interference means, for example, in the city, only two stations are available, two information receiving stations are available. For example, these two stations having the same frequency signals. These two stations are having the same frequency signals. Means maybe the two stations signals will be mixed up with each other because these two are the same frequencies. When we are using only one station, but on that time maybe the one station signal is combined with the another station signal because of the same frequency. So mixing of same frequency signals is nothing but an interference. Okay, so when we are using the low frequency signals, maybe interference problem is also generated. Next, coming to effective power by the antenna. So here effective power, that is power is directly proportional to the lambda. So here also lambda is related to frequency. If we are using low frequency signals, automatically the lambda will be increased. When we are using the low frequency signals, the lambda will be increased. If lambda is increased, is inversely proportional to the power. So power is increased means the consume power by the antenna, will be increased. So these are the four reasons of the transferring the message signal for a long distances. Okay, so because of these four reasons, these are the four drawbacks for the transferring low frequency signal for a long distances. So overcome these four reasons, means these are the drawbacks of message signal transformation. By overcome these four reasons, we can easily transfer the message signal from one place to another place. So the drawbacks are eliminated by the modulation technique. Okay. So modulation is nothing but a superimpose of the message signal with the carrier signal. Okay. Superimposition of the message signal with the carrier signal is nothing but a modulation technique. By using this modulation technique, we can easily overcome these four drawbacks. Okay. So first of all, what is message and what is carrier? Okay. So first of all, message signal is nothing but a low frequency signal. And coming to carrier signal. Carrier signal is nothing but a high frequency signal. So message signal is simply called as AF. So AF means audio frequency. And coming to the carrier signal are simply called as RF, radio frequency. Okay. So AF, low frequency signal, and message signal all are same. And coming to carrier signal or high frequency signal or RF, radio frequency signal. Okay. So what is the representation of message signal? So message signal means low frequency. So the message signal is represented by like this. On x-axis time, on y-axis voltage or current. Okay. But here we are using only signals. So signals means amplitude is very important. So here we are using only amplitude, that is in volts. So this is the representation of message signal or audio frequency signal or low frequency signal. Coming to carrier signal. So carrier signal means high frequency signal. Similar to the message signal, on x-axis time, on y-axis amplitude. So the carrier signal is like this. Okay, this is the representation of message signal and this is the representation of carrier signal. Now we have to superimpose of these two signals. When we are joining the message signal and carrier signal, we have to follow the characteristics of the signal. So what are the characteristics of signals means? First one is amplitude. Second one is the frequency. And third one is the phase. Okay. So when we are joining the message signal and carrier signal, we have to follow the characteristics of the signal. That is amplitude, frequency and phase. Means when we are joining the message signal with the carrier signal, we can change any one of these three characteristics. We can change any one of these three characteristics. For example, the message signal amplitude is varying according to the carrier signal. Okay. First one, message signal amplitude is varying according to carrier signal. Okay, message signal amplitude is varying according to carrier signal, that is called AM. AM means amplitude modulation. AM means amplitude modulation. Okay, so here we are changing the amplitude characteristics. The message signal amplitude is varying according to the carrier signal, that is the amplitude modulation. Okay, so here we are changing only amplitude of the modulation. Coming to the frequency. The message signal frequency is varying according to the carrier signal. So here amplitude replaced by the frequency. Okay, message signal frequency is varying according to the carrier signal. That means FM. So FM means frequency modulation. That is frequency modulation. Coming to the phase. So now frequency term is replaced by the phase. Message signal phase is varying according to the carrier signal, that is PM. Phase modulation. Phase modulation. So these are the main modulation techniques. These comes under the analog modulations. Analog modulation means we are discussing only about the signals. That's why these three comes under the analog modulation techniques. Okay. So the three important analog modulation techniques are the amplitude modulation, frequency modulation and phase modulation. Okay. So amplitude modulation means the message signal amplitude is varying according to carrier signal. Okay. So frequency modulation means the message signal frequency is varying according to the carrier signal. And coming to phase modulation, the message signal phase is varying according to the carrier signal. Okay. So these are the important modulation techniques in analog modulations. Okay. So thank you for the listening. See you in the next class.